YouTube.
What?
Try again.
That can't be right.
No. Come on.
Okay.
Oh wait, are we
There it
live?
is. Oh wow, we're just live now, dude. We're on.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
okay.
on.
Okay. How long have we been live? Probably just 10 seconds or so.
It just like about 30 seconds. So we're just I see
Okay.
us on YouTube.
Cool. Then let's just start. So, first of all, thank you for waiting, everyone. I had some technical difficulties, as always. We're using not Skype anymore. So, we are on Discord right now. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Street Critique. We did a little summer break this time. Therefore, our theme is summer 2021. We also have a special guest today from Rome, Italy, Mr. Lorenzo CATENA. Welcome, man.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. He was, like always, a very last-minute guest. We will definitely talk about the London Street Photography Festival because he has been, or still is, a finalist. I don't know who won yet. He will tell us in a minute. But yeah, I asked him spontaneously because I know that he has a lot of summery or like beach photos. So I think it's a good fit. And also, I have to say, I really admire your work. And I think I saw you first on Instagram maybe 1 or 2 years ago, but I recognized your photos when you showed up on Ulysses' channel. I was like, oh, I follow this guy, but I've never connected your face or your name.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember your flash pictures, especially the one Ulysses showed. Yeah. So yeah, very excited. And please let us know who won or who didn't win, because I didn't check it out.
So
I'll check it out.
I got the 3rd place.
Oh, great. Nice.
Oh, congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's nice. But I'm super happy that the 1st place for it's Ulysses won.
Really?
What? Go
What?
you! That's insane. Holy
Damn.
smokes.
Yeah.
When you
I
said
also tried to call him on Instagram, and then I realized, what's the time in Tokyo? It's
oh
like
yeah,
5 a.m.
it's
almost.
very early in the morning right now.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'm super happy for him.
Damn. Yeah, because you
Beautiful.
said
Holy
you have
smokes.
good news, but you didn't win, and then I kind of knew what you mean by that. But that's crazy. He didn't show me which photo he submitted. I asked him because I was
The
very
one
curious.
the restaurant.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah, of
table one.
course.
He's been
Oh, yeah.
cleaning up with that, huh?
Yeah, he said that actually. I forgot. Yeah. Nice. See, you just need a Canon G7 and you can win a contest.
Exactly.
It's not his
Crazy.
vision. It's not his eye. It is his camera, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man. This
So
is
wait, who's second place now? I'm so curious.
Yeah.
I don't know the name, but I don't remember the name. It's from the USA, yes.
What's the image? Do you know?
The one with the I don't know, the camel. Open the mouth of the
Interesting.
camel.
Oh, okay. I gotta look for it.
Yeah.
All that matters is you
Crazy.
and Ulysses, so that's all.
Yeah.
There is no second place.
Yeah. Wow. So what did you win? Like, what is coming to you
I
now?
win nothing. Ulysses won everything, like the prize, the exhibition. So it's
also, it's only the first place gets something.
the first place ones, yes.
Yeah.
So also because I think that for the 2nd year, the London Street Photography Festival, it's open for free, and so kind of
Right.
I don't think that we had some many entries money wise.
All right. Yeah, but still cool, of course, to win such a contest. And yeah, I'm very excited for you guys. And actually, I submitted as well, but I think I was too late. I saw it on Instagram, And then it was like tonight, midnight submissions ending. I submitted 11 p.m. 58 or something, and then there was an error. I was like, I don't know.
That's it.
I don't think I had anything good. Anyways.
By the way, thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, of
Super
course,
happy
sure.
to see you outside the YouTube channel.
Since I saw you on Ulysses' channel, then I realized that you have been commenting a lot, or you are commenting a lot under my videos as well. So yeah. All right. So let's. I'm out of my groove. So
it's been months.
Yeah, I know. It's been 2.5 months or something like that. So for everyone who's watching and has no idea what's going on, a brief reminder of what this is. This is a live show we do every month. And by we, I mean Jason and I. And we do this regularly, but we always announce the date on my YouTube channel or Instagram, on my website. And the goal is to give ourselves some challenges, or one challenge, to go out and shoot something different, or basically give ourselves some homework, and then look at our photos and look at you guys' photos, and see if we can give some feedback, some advice. And because I don't want to be the guy who talks all the time, I always try to get some guests here who know a few things about the topic. But this time, because we took a summer break, and we did this last year as well, we decided let's just call the theme Summer 2021. And we're just going to share some summer impressions. And before we go into user submissions, we will have a close look. First of all, I want to share some of Lorenzo's work. Then we will, Jason and I will just show what we've been up to in summer. And also, for the first time, we will invite you guys to also talk to us if you want to on our Discord server, the Streetlife community. Link is in the description. I've prepared a link. Maybe I will post it in the chat right now, because we have a voice chat room, and it's called Just Launch, and you can hang out in our launch. And we have a voice chat text room where you can ask if you want to join us, and then you basically, one of my moderators or admins will bring you in our live room, and then you can tell us how much you hate us straight in our face. No, but I think it will be fun, because sometimes we look at photos and we are confused, like what's going on, and we would like to hear more about it. And usually people who submit are also watching live, because these streams are not going to stay on my channel. This one I might actually maybe keep it on my channel. We will see, at least for a while, to let people know what's going on. So yeah, check out the Discord server, and then my mod, Hajime is his name on Discord. He will answer questions and help you if you have any questions. Oh man, so much talking. Okay, I want to show some photos of...
Photos.
Yeah, photos. So Lorenzo is from Italy, from Rome. And where's my screen? So he sent me some photos to show. I just put them all in one folder. I know you sent me like folders, but I thought let's just put them all together. But I think, I mean, you can, if you want, you can maybe do a little introduction or talk about your work in general. But I think we should just open this up maybe as a start, because I think this is kind of cool to show, because it fits the theme, summer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you shot this year. Probably it was probably last year or some other time.
I shot this in 2 years, and I'm planning to shot to another year, because this kind of change in my way of photographing. Because I kind of, instead of photographing street candidly and such, I decided to stick with this group of people. I met this group of people randomly on the beach, and I asked for a simple photo, but then it happens that something clicked, and I spent a week there, and I came back to visit these guys every evening, and they were nice to me. And when I spent time with them, I also took picture of them wherever we were, and I think, and after I came home, I immediately thought that a series be made out of this, even if it's not. You cannot call it street photography, I think, because there is also portrait. There is they knew that I was there with them, but also from a photography point of view, I understood that I can apply street photography also in different other genres. Yes, so basically, I only photograph as a street photographer. And so as I came about making portraits, my style was still, I think, reminiscent of street photography.
Yeah. Can I interrupt you real quick, because I think your audio is like not that great, and I think it's because you have some noise cancelling in Discord activated. Could you maybe go to your audio settings, your mic settings, and then uncheck noise cancelling, because you sound very muffled, and I think it's probably hard for everyone to understand you. So when you go to voice and video, have you found that?
Now it's better.
Oh yeah. Did you deactivate noise suppression?
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, thank you. That's much better.
Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, cool. So so this is all one group, right? And you just hang out with them.
The same people over and over again.
Yeah, and this is one series.
One series that, for the moment, it's like this, but I'm open to implement some new stuff in the next year. Also opening to the context a little bit more details, because I want to connect also like this hint of statues that you see in some photo to the bodies that remind me of statues itself. So I want to introduce some details. I want to introduce some context of the city, the small city where they live, and maybe like have a broader work.
Okay. I will just go through some of your photos. If you want to talk about specific ones in more detail, if you want to share some stories, I probably have also some questions. Feel free to just explain the photographs as you want.
This is really simple photo that I didn't took this kind of photos that for me it's very a relaxing way to take this kind of picture. Basically, it's about light and shadow and color in Seville, Spain, where I spend my one day, I think, only one day. Also, this one in Seville. I enjoy so much making again street photography because during the summer, like I came back from the small country in the small city in Calabria in Italy, the previous series that I talked about, and for me that one wasn't so. You cannot call it street photography, I think, but this I enjoyed so much to make this kind of picture. Yeah, these stealing moments, But I was always looking for the skin, for the muscles. I don't know. Yeah, this kind of body parts, no, and connect with the context.
Yeah, there's something about flash photography on skin that just really, it's very dynamic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But these last 3 photos were without flash, but there was harsh light. So this is also a photo that I took this year that maybe will fit the previous series about the small town in Italy, because this is the same group of people, but this photo didn't make to the final 9 picture that you showed before, but I think that there will be a place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was attracted to the gestures, to the skin tones, and the bodies, to the, I don't know, their way of spending their time. That kind of reminds me of when I was younger, my summer as well.
Yeah.
So it's of I wanted to connect to my older self in some ways, and this is always in the same small town in south of Italy, and this is a landscape. I don't know how you want to call it, but
sunset on a sunset.
Exactly.
I like it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, sole means sun.
Yeah.
And this is a photo of the book that it's going to be out in the beginning of September with iShot. It's part of a photographic project that I done with Valeria Tofanelli, that's another street photographer. This is made in Rome, along the coastline of Rome, because Rome also has a beach, no, a long beach, about 16 kilometers long, and we wanted, basically the book is about all the year round. And we walk, and the landscape that we saw changes, and changes in the landscape, and also the people we met, and also it's a way to kind of discover this part of the city that it's not well known even to us citizens. Yes, this is also another picture from the book. Kind of this COVID situation bring the people outside. Also, like we saw a lot of dancing school in the streets, and it's kind of cool, I think. Because you don't usually see this stuff happening, and this was this was nice.
That's part of
and
the
we
series.
Are back to this is also, we are back to the small town in south of Italy. Yeah, basically, I was really inspired by the culture there, and this group of people that were fantastic. This guy that you see in some picture is very muscular, no, with a lot of muscles. It's also a poet. So there is so many things to. When you get to know people, you kind of know who they are, and they are not objects, no. I find it really.
Is this, sorry, just a question for you in terms of your approach, because you already talked about body parts, and it seems like to be a trigger for you to look for that, and I think it's a nice detail to have the other arm from the statue on the left also in the frame. Is this all things that you see, or how are you like finding frames like this? Are you just finding them by chance, or are you
No, so basically
looking
this was these were outside my Lido. I don't know, my tea place where you go to take to the beach, no? And this guy was there with his motorbike, and I say, "Stop there, Simone. I see something." But then I realized also like this. I didn't realize at first this half of arm and then the half of the other arm of the statue. I didn't realize the color of the Madonna. I went for the reflection of his face in the motorbike and the arm. I wanted to include the theme of the body parts. And then I see the juxtaposition with the body parts of the statue and the colors of the other statue with the sky and his jacket. You see, it's when you're taking a picture, you kind of acknowledging that you see something, but then you see more when you spend time with your picture after, no?
There's a little technical question in the chat. Someone is wondering if you shoot 28 or 35 because it has so many layers, it's so dynamic.
Mostly 28, but also sometimes I crop a little bit, like maximum that happens 10% of the frame. I'm really flexible about this. I don't. My final point is the image. Of course, it has to work on a quality point of view. Like I don't crop 50% now the image, but I work. If there is something to crop, I crop. I don't know if I crop a little bit of the man, and in this case, I didn't crop anything. They were like this, and it was this male kind of scenery that I saw, and I took the picture. They knew I was there, but I don't care anymore about. In this case, I don't care. Like I go for the picture. I go for what I see.
And I think this is some purists might say, oh, they knew that you were there, right? But so many street photographers we admire, they actually talk to the subjects and they become part of the scene and they hang out. And then you get pictures like this, right? And I still think that this is totally in the realm of candid street photography. It's not that they're not posing for you, right?
No, like but if I didn't went into this situation, I couldn't make this kind of picture.
Yeah.
So invitation that I also make to other like students for my workshop or people that other photographers that I know, like don't let fear prevent you to get into a nice situation. Like so yes.
Yeah.
And this is back to Rome, the Ostia, that's basically the coastline of the seaside of Rome. And they opened this new skate park, and me and Valeria went to take some picture, no? And I'm really happy with this one because also work with I always go with structuring the layers horizontally. In a way that I like, not vertically, but also horizontally. So we have 3 stories, I think, no? It's something that I like to go through. And this is street photography. This is candid.
I mean, the silhouettes alone look like look very nice. The shapes, but then you have 2 people on both sides, which makes it, one step more interesting. So I think it's
Yeah, you are.
cool. Yeah.
As a street photographer, you kind of, I think, in my case, I always want to do something more engaging also for me, no? Like,
Yeah, it's
if I can work,
definitely
if I can,
exciting, right? Discovering something more than you saw first.
if I can work the scene without any problem, I can stay there half an hour, 1 hour, I don't know.
We have another technical question for you about your colors. Are these straight out of camera or do you edit? How much post-processing are you doing on your images?
Basically for this series of this series about the small town in south of Italy, I wanted like the skin to match each photo, and so I did a little bit color I don't know, matching, no? But I think there is also this. It's nothing to be. There is no problem. I think for me. It's my film. I don't know. Like,
it's your look. It's your style.
Yeah, it's my vision also.
Yeah.
It's my Kodak portrait. I don't know. No, Kodak, Fuji.
So there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. You should process your images. I agree.
So through the EXIF data and also, I think, I don't know, I know what camera you've been using, and someone is asking Leica question mark, and please tell us which new camera you're using.
A Fujifilm X-T20.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to. I'm trying to buy a new one.
That's amazing. Wow.
I'm trying to buy a new one because mine's. I can see that it's not that clear anymore. The clarity is not on point.
You're getting too much sand in it.
Yeah, probably yes.
Yeah, I always love it when you show photos and people ask, "Oh, is this a Leica or some expensive camera?"
Yeah,
and you're like,
it equates to quality for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this. I print these photos 90 for 60 centimeters, so it's almost 1 meter. It was sharp for me. I'm not so technical.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it was okay.
I don't know if you do this in post, but you have like your photos are detailed, but they are a little. I think do you add some grain maybe to it? They have some nice structure. No?
The grain, no.
Oh.
I think it's for
Fuji.
It's Fuji. Like there is no Lightroom is not working well for Fuji. No, when I had clarity, something like artistic comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Interesting. Yeah. So I don't even use Capture One, which everyone recommends for Fuji.
Yeah, I installed it last week, but I didn't buy it yet. So
nice, man. Beautiful work. Super inspiring.
So
thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
To you.
How was your summer experience? Because these are photos from your archive, some recent photos, but how did you experience this summer?
Basically, the picture that I sent to you, basically they are my summer of 2021. Except for two that I realized that were for 2020. But yeah, basically I got the vaccine and I went to Spain and I went to the south of Italy and I spent time with this friend of mine. I can say they're a friend of mine. and I went to Spain with my girlfriend, and then the project about Rome, it's where I live. So this is my summer, and it wasn't bad. I think. No, it's.
So you
How
had
did
it-
they see the images already? How did they respond to it? Like, what's the difference? Because I feel like this is a very interesting thing. Back before I took photos, I used to always walk around with a film camera and make videos of my friends, and I was the annoying guy. But once they saw the videos that I used to edit and throw together of our summers, everybody appreciated it, you know? So was there a change from like just being the guy around with a camera all the time, and then when they saw the work and they were like, "Oh my God, wow."
But you talk about the boys and girls from south of Italy, like
yes. In particular, the people that you became friends with.
This is
They're
also
like, who are you?
This is also something that I do. I send them the picture that I made. Also make some portrait for them. It's also like in the project that I show. The project that it's becoming a book. Me and Valeria also approach other people, and the thing that we do usually it's also send them the picture that we want to use, ask for approval, also because it's a book. It's becoming a book, so immediately there are very strict law about publication of someone else's image, and so we have to do it for a law point of view, but also we wanted to thank them, and as a thank we send them the photo that where they are. Okay. It's all right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. I don't know. In this last year, I understood that people doesn't kill you. It was really open. It opened my mind. This new approach. I don't know what's your experience about this, but it's beautiful when you connect with people. I think, especially after the pandemic.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Jason,
I think that's a realization.
Yeah. This is a good segue, I think, because I had a little sneak peek into your pics, Jason, and I know you've been taking some more portraits or street portraits, and maybe
I've been trying to work on my street portraits a bit, and I feel like, you know, before we started this, Lorenzo, we were talking, and you said something that I've been realizing a lot when I've been reflecting on my street photography. I'm realizing that something that I've always loved is getting caught taking a photo and then getting into this big conversation with somebody, you know, whether it started with high tensions and then I talked it down and, you know, I'm sitting there with someone for 45 minutes just talking. I've loved that. You know, I wasn't feeling as fulfilled when I took a photo and I left, you know, or at least it didn't make enough meaning in the image for me. It didn't feel important. You know, it just felt like, and this is just my personal experience. I really enjoy meeting people and talking to people. So this whole summer has just been me, like, you know, just approaching people and seeing how long I could stay and take images. And even my YouTube channel, I've been posting some POV stuff. And I think the departure for me is from a lot of the stuff that I watch, people don't talk to anyone. And I wanted to be somebody that like actually spoke to people and kind of had conversations and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I am now. I think the next step would probably be to embed myself in a group the kind of way you did, because I think one of my biggest influences in life was like Gordon Parks and Bruce Davidson. And Bruce Davidson embedded himself in people. So hearing you say that is like so inspiring, and it makes me want to.
Yeah, you know, I watched again Everybody's Street. And I think that my technique now, you can call it Bruce Davidson technique.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say that when you were talking, because to me, it doesn't matter if it's street photography. You look at his books and every street photographer in the world is inspired by him, right? So that's what we all want to be.
Yes, but also it's extraordinary that I like my sensibility to other people, let me understand how to approach them. And so I made exactly how he done, but without knowing. Like he showed them, his picture in order to make them
His
comfortable.
portfolio. Yeah.
And I did as on my smartphone the same. He sent his picture to them, and I did the same. It's a way to stay longer with your subject and work in the scene without, I don't know. It's more, I like this process also. I like making street photography, but I also, there is that day that you don't get lucky, but you create your lucky, no?
Exactly. This is a way of taking your luck into your own hands, essentially, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think one thing too that I've realized that for me with my photographs, what's been missing is a sense of importance to them. And some of these photos that are mixed in here they're from Washington with my girlfriend's family, and I photograph her grandmother a lot every time I'm out there because she's such an interesting person.
So
and she's got so much character.
The grandma.
This is her basement in Washington, Bellingham, and I feel like this basement makes me feel like William Eggleston. Every time I'm there, there might be some laundry in the basket, and I always photograph the basement because the light comes through and it's so gorgeous. And to me, this is something that I can go back to and have a memory of, and it makes my work feel more important, you know? So I'm trying to figure out something to me that I can document and look back on and say, okay, this photo has some actual meaning to who I am. So this is also in Bellingham, a couple of deer butts going into the woods, but everywhere you go in Bellingham, there's deer.
Has some meaning to me.
This is very meaningful to me. So this summer I've just kind of been working on trying to take more portraits, trying to tell more stories for immediate family members and stuff that are around. This is obviously the granddaughter's kind of around her. She's the hub. Everybody comes to her house for meals and all that kind of stuff. So I really enjoy photographing that house. And then it kind of occurred to me that, you know, she's 90. We just had her 90th birthday party. And one of the things that had dawned on me is I'm looking around her house, and she's someone, the reason she's so youthful is because she keeps up with technology. She keeps up with life in the news, but there's these signs of like what her life is like when no one's around. So one of the photos you're going to see that pops up is actually something she does probably every day when she gets the newspaper. She's 90, so she looks at obituaries, you know, and that's a reality. That's a part of her life now. She has to see if she knows anybody that's passed away because all of her friends are also 90. And, you know, there's something about that was really compelling and interesting to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's
beautiful light.
Yeah, it's beautiful light. It's very so much character in this in this interior here.
In her home, very old home.
Is this a Leica?
yeah, they're all like us.
It's very nice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so, we also wanted
more
to share
documentary stuff.
Yeah, but we said beforehand that we are also going to share some like private things, just to share how our summer was. So for some it was maybe very productive, for others maybe more chill, and because my photos will be mostly like private stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on your year, right? Because to be honest, I've only been photographing now for 2 months again because I just moved back to New York City. I spent a year and a half in the woods, and even though I've been back in New York for 2 months, I spent 2 weeks in Washington shooting a short film. So that's part of what's been going on with me this summer. I've been doing a lot of DP work. So I shot my first music video, I shot my first film, and in between time, I always make sure to have a camera on me. I do not leave the house without a camera on me because I know as busy as I am right now, I'm only get these in-between moments to photograph. So if I see someone now, I don't hesitate. I go up to them, I talk to them, I try to get a portrait. And so a lot of these photos are just these in-between moments as I'm commuting or traveling and trying to make the most of photography.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful colors.
Yeah, I wanted to say the same. I'm digging the colors.
Yeah, I'm also trying to work on my colors again. Looking back at Bruce Davidson's work, I'm like, I want these colors. It's very important to me that my reds at least look good.
Yeah, the red here is so nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
This is a recent one, well. I saw your POV roaming.
Yeah, this was a recent one. Actually, this is the wrong one. There's another one that I wanted to include in here, but this one, the red is messed up. You'll see the difference in the two. I was still working on that one. I accidentally put it in. But yeah, this was a guy I actually saw sleeping, and me and my brother ran back and tried to take a photo of him sleeping because we were on mopeds. So we passed by, then we parked him and ran back, and he was already up walking around. So I was like, let me just talk to him and take this photo. But yeah,
that's a cool one. Because I like how much of the environment is also part of. Yeah, it's not about her; it's also about the street and the couple.
Yeah,
So I know you did
there's a certain look that I'm. Of who? Her? Oh yeah. I definitely got a close up of her too, just because her tones match the background perfectly. Like, there's certain moments in New York that you walk by, and people look like chameleons. They're like in this environment. You know, the city is a camouflage, and she's wearing camouflage plus the colors of the background. So I was like, oh, I need this girl's photo. I just knew the colors would blend so well. Yeah. So a lot of this is just practice. You know, this is not something that I feel like super proud of. This is just like, I'm like, oh, colors. I need to be paying attention to these things. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, as I'm getting back, kind of like knocking the rust off a little bit and like making sure my eyes still work. It's been super fun because all I'm doing is meeting people and talking, you know? Yeah, this is the one that I prefer of the two. Yeah, that's a New York glare right there.
Yeah, it wasn't happy.
Yeah.
That was Coney Island, right?
Yeah, this is Coney Island. That's another place that I've been a big amount of time at, photographing as much as I can. But the reality is here in New York, it's been over 90 degrees a lot. So I don't go to Coney Island as much as I should. It's hard to approach people when you're just like a sweaty mess all the time. It makes me uncomfortable.
You should present well yourself, no?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, you know, if I'm not feeling myself, it's very hard for me to have this cordial conversation with somebody. This photo, okay, I don't want to talk about this photo too much or make it seem too extreme, but I love this photo and I haven't really shared it that much yet because to me, this is the closest I've ever gotten to a Bruce Davidson moment. This guy, the expression on his face, the hickeys on his neck, everything about this image and him in this moment, just like, it's so arresting. And I don't know. I'm so happy I caught this moment. Look how many hickeys he has on his neck. It's absolutely insane. Yeah. Crazy. Coney Island, so many characters.
Yeah, I've seen so many people that I follow on Instagram from New York going to Coney Island, and you got photographed by other street photographers, and everyone was like having a good time.
Dude, it was wild out there. It was so funny. I met people that watch my YouTube channel in Coney Island over the last month. I just keep running into people and they're like, yo, actually one of the guys in the chat, he left already, Zishan. I just ran into him yesterday. I was walking my dog. He's like, Jason. And I was like, what?
Oh, is it the photo you posted in your story?
Yeah, yeah. And that's so funny because when you stayed with me a year and a half ago, we went to the Google offices. And one of the guys at Google recognized you. You remember that?
Oh yeah, some Asian guy in some IT
that was
department.
So funny. He's like, "Are you on YouTube?"
And he's like, "Welcome." And I forgot what he said, but yeah, it was funny.
He said he liked your channel.
Yeah, and then I said, yeah, basically you are my you are my employee, or I'm your employee. Nee, like. You're my boss, right?
Oh yeah, essentially. So funny. Well, that's been my summer.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So.
Never been to New York.
When you're ready.
Yeah, I'm here. Ready. I think he's ready.
I was Samuel's first experience
more than ready
in New York as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm so happy that I went at that time, pre-COVID.
I know. I kind of wish you would have went at this time. You know what I mean? Your vlogging is getting out of control. It's so good right now. I'm like, damn. I wish I got in these great ass vlogs.
Yeah, but as you know, this summer was I had different plans. So I'm going to keep this short because I think people are very eagerly waiting to get their photos shared. But I still want to give you a little update and share some images. Lots of private stuff. Not much photography because we moved into our house in July, our first own place, and most of these photos are straight out of camera. I didn't have even time to like edit photos. It's basically a little diary. I had to do lots of renovations. This is my mom and my wife. She was 9 months pregnant at that time, still, helping painting the walls. And this is all still pre our son. So we basically moved into our house and had a week to get everything ready, and then have a child and hope that we are ready to focus on our child. But so this room actually was supposed to be the kids' room. And the previous...
Also, I like the position of the bottle. It seems like
it's perfect.
It's not that I put any artistic effort in these snaps, but
but it seems like it's exploding. The explosion is on the wall now.
See, you're seeing very graphical again. Well, you're right. But that was so much work because we had to get rid of the wallpapers. It smelled so much. It was heavy tobacco smell because the owners were heavy smokers, and lots of work we had to do. And I'm not living in the city anymore. It's all countryside life from now on. And here are some like snaps out of the bus going to the nearest town. Because where I live, there are only 1,500 people.
That chicken looks like a rock star, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Look at that hair.
And we got
what the hell?
We got 10 chickens from the previous owner. So suddenly I also had to take care of chickens and learn how to, take care of them, make them happy. She's called Lisa, and she has amazing hair. So, during this time, I really couldn't go out to shoot in the city anymore. I was really so busy with the house stuff and, doing the responsible things. This is just our next door neighbor's dog. So most of these are
green life you got right there, dude.
Yeah. Okay, a little detail. Obviously, I documented the shit out of this moment with the GR. But I'm not going to share, the intense moments. But I got some very heavy and not heavy, but very crazy moments. I thought I would share this one.
Somebody said Thorsten Chicken Guard.
Yeah. So I also decided not to share too much pictures of my son online, although babies they look different once they get older. So, but I don't want to share too much. Just a few.
No, it's
photos.
Great, man.
I also got the chance to play with some gear. I rented the Canon R6 for a wedding. I just put it in there because it was just something I was experimenting with, putting on a Leica
lens. Is it
good? It's fun, it's okay, it's good. Turns out it's not for me. I also rented like a 24-70 2.8, and I ended up not using it. I ended up using this combination for the wedding. It was more fun.
That's what Ulysses was using for a while. When I went to Tokyo, he had a EOS R and a 24-70 lens.
Yeah, right. Yes, they are. So
he was trying to be Pinkasov.
Yeah. I also thought maybe a zoom lens could be fun, but too much gear. This is my mother-in-law, and this is actually next to our property. So this is right next to us. Some how do you call them? Water buffaloes. Chilling. in our area. That's more photos of my chickens.
Dude, I love it. You got it. This, wow. Yeah,
This is we have 2 bathrooms, and this bathtub is a little filthy. It's not being used by us. We clean stuff here, but we use the other one. But yeah,
I don't know.
sometimes.
Seems there is another spider in the soap holder.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It kind of looks like it. Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, and some details. My mother-in-law is like making clothes for our son. So, but she didn't make this one. But it's just a detail.
Is that Leica? Was that shot on?
This is actually on
Definitely.
Fuji, probably, or GR. Yeah, this is GR. This is Fuji. But I also went on a little trip. I'm waiting for these photos to pop up.
I like it, man. I can't wait to see what your stuff turns into from the farm, you know, and from your new house. Kind of, it looks like this different, you know,
Yeah.
You take a street photographer and put him somewhere like that. Like, what does he produce?
Yeah, I know, and
That's cool.
yeah, I want to talk about it a little bit, but also this is from the wedding I shot. Just 2 frames that I found interesting. That's behind the scenes. Vietnamese wedding. Yeah, and not much like photography in terms of action. Yeah, just like the motion blur here. Yeah, and then I did one trip that is got me some summer vibes. I went on a little day trip with my friend Maya. She's like a landscape photography buddy of mine, or we sometimes do street together, but we often go out to shoot like landscape stuff. And we went to this island.
Gorgeous, those sunsets.
Yeah, and this was all like, had I known that there's a camping place and we would get this nice light, we would probably went there earlier. But the whole day was like overcast, and suddenly the clouds break, and it was very late. We had to go back, and I was like, oh wait, let me take a few snaps of this camping place, because the colors were so nice. Yeah, so I went to the beach once in this summer. And there will be a video coming out of this trip. It was very cool. Not much going on because this island, a little fun fact, Jimi Hendrix had his last concert in Germany on this island. Yeah, kind of like this one, even though it's like very far, but there were no people on this island. But also because we went in the week. But some people were camping
running.
and they were running, and I was like, oh, some action going on. Yeah, this is my friend Maya. Just thought it looked cool shooting her through the window. And this is her again. And I actually used a pole filter here. Otherwise, this wouldn't be possible. So this will also be.
We got to have her on one time. She takes some great photos as well. I think that's the one that I got confused and thought it was your wife.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's the last one. It's the wrong order, but yeah. Anyways, this is my little summer. Obviously, there are way more impressions I could share, but I couldn't get to organize my photos yet. I'm just dumping them in the folder. Alrighty. And
thanks for sharing.
Yeah, and about being in the small town. My goal is actually to not become someone who takes like candid street photos in my little town or village, because I'm new here and someday I want to be known for the guy who always walks around with a camera, but I want to be known for the guy who takes memories of this little village. Like I'm here to give something back, but at the moment I'm still new. My family is new. They start to get to know me as a new father, and everyone is so friendly here. They always like greet us, and they come up to our house and offer some help, and it's really cool. I really I feel so lucky like that because usually when you go to a small rural place in Germany as a foreigner or as a foreign-looking guy, I always have this image or this fear that what if these guys are very racist and don't like us, because we come as Japanese looking people to their little small town. And, you know, we might not be welcome, but it's, yeah, it's totally the opposite.
That's great.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's also a good
yeah.
strategy to approach this way a small country, no, a small town.
We want
Because
to be
otherwise
here
it will-
for, yeah, because we bought a house. We're not moving away anytime soon. So basically, we will probably get old here. So I want to be part of their community. And, you know, when you do street, it feels sometimes like you're always taking, right? And when you, like you did with the group, when you like get to know people and show them what you can offer, then they see what value you're giving to them, right? And
yeah, also because the people that you are photographing, they are giving so much to you. Like they're giving
right.
They're everything.
Without them,
and you are taking
cannot work,
taking without saying thank you, basically. So
that's right. Okay, guys, thanks for the patience. It's only been an hour of us talking about ourselves, but it's been a long time since we did another stream. So, all right, I think what we are going to do is, okay, there are a couple more submissions than I thought, but what I want to do is skip through all of them so we can take our time, look at your photos, and then if some photo stands out for us, you know, Lorenzo or Jason, let me know, and I will look up the photo again. We can talk about some photos we really like. We can, yeah, let's just look at them basically, because sometimes we pre-select photos and say, you know, let's critique these 10 photos, but we didn't want to not give everyone a chance to show their summer impressions. So let's just look at them and give
also,
our comments.
During this time, we can take questions too. I feel like questions come through. So if your question got ignored and you want to ask it again while we're playing the slideshow of photographs, feel free to ask it now. And we got one now, actually, from Dan. He said, I just started street and I feel like all my pictures are shit. How do I get better?
You don't give up.
Yeah.
Boom. This is actually, that's the best answer there is, because if you are expecting your photos to be great right now, this might not work out for you. Yeah, you're going kind of fast, Sammy.
Yes,
I thought while you're talking, I go through them, but okay, let's start from the beginning. Let's just
beautiful summer.
Let's just keep looking at them. Let's go.
Yeah, just put it on a slideshow and let them roll.
I don't think that's possible on Google Drive.
No? Oh, okay.
So we just skip through them.
Right.
And you can watch our faces, how we react.
This is, I think it's a nice scene because the previous one, it's
this one?
It's nice because there are 4 lamps, 5 white lamps, and there are 4. And this, I don't know if we had other frames of this scene. If, of course, it already works, but if they were a little bit more not overlapping, would be top.
Yeah, cool. Let's go through all the photos, and then if you like a photo, you want to say something, then remember it and tell me which one afterwards, because I think we will stop and take
I took a photo in here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can find your signature style amongst these photos. Oh, this is cool.
This is Dante.
Oh, Dante. I kind of knew already just from the framing. It's also cool to see, just in general, seeing like how summer was for everyone. Oh, yeah. I know this place. This is Switzerland. I went to this place. I hope it is. There are many places that look like this. Oh, this looks very German.
Nice light.
Oh. Oh, this looks like some old war photograph.
Like the matching pajamas.
Rashik.
Are there any more questions? Because I feel like while you're doing this, we could, instead of sitting quietly.
Yeah, maybe, but I think just reacting to what we're seeing in an instant is good, because when we discuss something, then we might not give our reactions. But we will go in more detail in some of these photos. But I know already we can't talk about each photo just from experience. It will at least take us 2 hours from now on, and we gotta end the stream before midnight here in Germany. A slice. This looks very like this could probably be
That's
New York.
an expensive slice, first off. So that place is supposed to be 99 cents. $4 for a slice. Crazy.
Oh, this is a cool spot. Has some nice potential. Oh. Oh, Hajime, our admin on Discord. By the way, Hajime, if you're listening,
Nice.
jump in anytime if you have people already waiting who want to.
I like
join
also
us.
the blue details on the wall and the
Oh yeah, right. This is
the curtain.
yeah. I like this one also. This looks like when a street photographer goes on family vacation. And they're like sitting back and thinking, how can I make this interesting and frame it properly?
They succeeded.
Yeah.
And
This France. Well, I like this one.
nice framing.
That's interesting.
He's block boy.
Out.
Nice.
This one.
This looks like summer. Ouch.
I love the blunt in his mouth. If that's a blunt, that's incredible. And that was the first one.
This looks like some like one of these postcards that have like funny pictures on them. Sometimes you have these photos like this. Oh, this is the last one. All right. Yeah, thanks for submitting and showing us your photos. Obviously, this was very short. We just wanted to check your photos out first. Any photos that stood out for you guys?
Yeah. Yeah, the
And
one
ones
I
you really
stopped,
liked?
the first.
Hmm?
I also like the one from Dante. Can you show it? Yeah, this is really nice. The composition, I love the shadow of the girl, the lady in the foreground, and the wheel around the head of the lady in the background. Uh, the light is beautiful. Yes, well composed, and love it. Yeah. Also the moody, the sky that it's not clear. But there is this great sunset. I think it's very nice.
Yeah, it's very well balanced. It's might be a little, for me, it feels maybe a little busy in the background, but it still is in a good place. It's all the rest is like very nicely balanced.
I also like the woman in the foreground, her gesture, the fact that she's just looking off to the camera left is really nice. It kind
Even
of
though,
like
yeah,
anchors the photo. Yeah.
even though Dante was so close, she didn't mind.
Cool.
And also, I don't know. I like also like in the first row, the guy with the lady shoes in the hand was a nice detail. Yeah, I mean there is potential in here.
With the white tie.
Yeah. Also, I think that the light, the position, the light is not the perfect. He should put, or he or her should position her in a different, on the opposite side, I think. Or in this way, she should have
It's a she.
a flashlight.
A flash.
Yeah.
I almost wonder, like, you know, going with your edge of frame kind of style with things like right crop. I feel like these shoes and that tie should be right edge of frame, and we should have a push in of just the wife behind her, because this guy is not completely interesting to me. The glasses, the coffee cups, that's not interesting at all. But the tie and her and the shoes are the photo.
Exactly. I was going to suggest a crop like Samuel was. The interesting part of the picture is the central one.
Yes.
That's maybe too much.
All the connection. In this case, of course, you cannot get so close.
Yeah.
You can.
It's difficult. But
like,
yeah, there's nice
the
elements.
detail, but there is really a lot of potential. Then I saw.
So how would you work the scene? Like, if you don't know these people, maybe she took a quick photo, or then what do you do afterwards? Like, you probably know, if you already see the light, you probably know this is not ideal. What would you change?
Of course, if I was going to make a stressful impact with the flash on this guy to make him pop up. Otherwise, I would try to change my position and to go straight for the detail, because sometimes especially if you detail of the shoes, sometimes you need details to better. Also, you don't have to think always a single photos. Sometimes you also have to collect details, and then you can match these details with other photos. And maybe this was a situation also to pursue a detailed photograph of the hand and the shoes. Otherwise, I really like the guy. I would talk to him.
Okay, so if you
I would-
can't get the photo right away, like quickly, you would take your chances by asking him if he
Yeah.
could take some photos.
I think this is a totally harmless guy.
Yeah.
And if you know they're dressed up, it's kind of or they kind of expect people probably to take photos of them. So if you know that,
Mhm.
it's even easier then. And then you can again offer to send them these pictures, because I mean they look like
Now,
they're
of course,
Yeah.
there is also a situation where you ask for permission and then you take only one photo and you go away, and probably the photo is not communicating what you saw. Of course, when you get permission, I stay a lot. I stay as long as I can with my subject.
Yeah, nice. There's a question that I will redirect to you. Someone was asking what makes, I think the question was, what makes a successful street photograph for you? Something like that. Yeah, what makes a good street photo? What is your criteria?
Something that makes you that connects me in an emotional way to it. Something that makes you look at it for more than a second, I don't know. And oftentimes it's something that makes you questioning about the photo itself, like makes you wonder. Okay, so it keeps the photo alive. It doesn't end only in the watching the frame. Something that goes beyond the photo. And the one before, the one with the only water.
That was beautiful. I like that a lot. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if you remember a shot from Hansen, the face in the dirt. I think that here there were probably if he had maybe a longer tele lens, I don't know, can get closer and working on details, and something probably came out also from this situation.
Yeah. Jason, any favorites of yours here, or any photos you particularly liked?
Yeah, I'd need to go through it again, I guess.
Oh, sorry, Lorenzo, if you had more you wanted to talk about.
No. Yeah, there are some favorites of mine. I also like the first row now that you are seeing now.
Yeah.
The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th.
This one?
Yes.
Couple.
I like the light, the shadow of the girl. Probably missing. It doesn't. Maybe it's not enough like this, but I will also follow as much as I could the kid, the girl, and see what this red. With this red line, if I could connect something.
Yeah.
Because this photo is about light, but there is this detail of the red. I don't know how do you call it, stripe.
Yeah, your eyes go straight to the silhouette.
Yeah.
And you appreciate the light, and then you see the red rope, and then you think, "Oh, I wonder what this is." Or
yeah, I would have worked the scene and stay with this subject in order to see if she went to some places that I can use this red stripe to connect to other stuff.
Nice. And then you can keep the silhouette in mind, that maybe in another spot
Yeah.
you already know, or she would make a nice silhouette. So once you see something like this, then you can take that and see if you can find it again, but add maybe something else. So yeah, that's cool. I think once you see someone running with a rope or something interesting, then this is like your lucky moment. Like
Yeah,
if you
you
wait,
should.
it goes away. Right?
Yeah, you should insist until
Yeah.
the situation continues.
It doesn't need to be like in a creepy way, right? You can just walk in
No.
in her direction and just see what's
Yeah.
I wonder
coming.
if this is the best of the following, you know,
Mm.
because they already are behind the girl, right?
Oh yeah.
So, and then there's red in the window, so maybe just turning up the saturation there to connect that. I wonder if maybe they were following her for a minute, and this was what came of it.
Mm.
I don't know if this was a fishing technique situation.
Hmm. I mean, that's
Uh,
lucky. If you're fishing and this little girl with a red rope walks in, that's
You should
amazing.
switch to hunting then.
In any other context, this would sound wrong, but in street
Yeah,
photography
exactly.
context, it's totally fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And then I'm really into
Oh,
now I'm really into photo without people in it,
Mm.
and also I love the one with the curtain and the wind.
Oh yeah, let's look at that again. It's so simple, right?
I'm wondering if I was on the other side, if the curtain would had also some light coming through, because this shot is on the shadow part of the.
Mm.
Is in the photographer is in the shadow, but I think I really love the connection with the blue painting on the wall and the blue of the curtain, the hint of light and the landscape. These are kind of photos that are really interesting to me now.
Yeah.
Without people, they are more emotional and makes you, I don't know, it's more evocative.
Mm. Well, I don't know. It's something that when you see it, then I think you
Because
think,
we are always thinking about people,
Yeah,
action, but especially nowadays it's also about being in the moment, observing and appreciating the beautiful thing that we see, no, without playing always the game of the street photographer running
yeah.
behind people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is also a candid moment.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the world, something like this is happening and no one sees it. But on this day,
Yeah.
someone saw it. I found this a little bit interesting. I just saw it. And, I think this is kind of funny and dark at the same time, right?
Mhm.
This is...
This is makes me think the kind of photo that you took while you are working by your own, and you go really near to other people, and you take the photo without being noticed, no? And then you go away, just like shot, and you go away. I wonder if the photographer could stay a little bit longer in the moment, with like making contact, but without ruining the moment.
Yeah.
Something that I do also sometimes. Maybe also the first shot that I took during the day, like the shitty ones, like just to warm up, and you don't and then you think when you see the picture, you see, oh, what if I don't know, did something in a different way, no? Because also in this case, I think that the light is not, the position is not the best. It should be on the other way, I think. But
I like
the
this.
moment,
That's a,
the moment
that
is
is
really good.
I like that
The moment is
you don't really like, you have to create your own story. It's not so obvious what's going on. This could be just, you know, two friends or relatives of the photographer, maybe. You never know, right? But
no, you never know. I don't want to know.
yeah, I also don't want
But
to know. And then I like how the background is like blown out. It's like, it feels like not from this world, and it's, I don't know if this is like a happy moment or a sad moment. So I don't know. It just stood out to me because it was a little bit mysterious.
What's in his hand there?
Huh?
Is it obvious to make out?
It seems to be like some
Candy or something. Oh, okay. Sometimes the details, you know, that's the thing. When you look at photos on bigger screens, you see things that you just would not have noticed, or prints, you know.
Also, I like the black and white one, third line from below.
Yeah.
Second from the right. Yes. This I like the composition, the framing. It's nothing particular. It's happening, but just to say that I like the attempt of composition. No. Just to point out this.
Yeah. And I guess when you're on vacation, doing some traveling in a new city, and it's like a city on the coast, you often have these places like this where you see, you know, the ocean, or you see the horizon line, and sometimes people are near the water, or sometimes not. But usually these spaces are so wide and open, and that is, I think, perfect for this, right? If you just use people to create interesting, like for example, here, this guy on the left, or I don't know if it's a guy, is such a strong contrast to the bright scene on the right side. So I think just to make this frame more interesting, or scenes like this, for me, it always calls for like foreground objects or subjects. Because otherwise you only have like very wide scenes and small little subjects, but
it becomes more generic.
Yeah, and because it's so clean, the subject stands out even more. If this is a busy street, it's much harder to get, you know, this nice balance.
Also, like the stone street pavement. It reminds me of a dry land in contrast with the water. Now I'm looking at it in a small thumbnail in a YouTube preview on my cell phone. It looks like a dry land, the pavement, no?
Yeah. Right.
It's making a nice contrast with the water instead. Okay. Then
maybe for everyone listening or waiting in Discord, I don't know if anyone wanted to join us, but maybe we can also take, I don't know, we don't have too much time, 2 or 3 questions.
Nobody had a question from Discord.
Huh?
Nobody had questions from Discord.
Nobody? Everyone is shy?
No. Probably.
Okay.
Well, I had a question. I don't know how to phrase it though.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you guys think of like posting images on Instagram? Because I'm getting new to photography too. So I feel like when I take like landscape portraits, they're getting cropped, you know? do you guys only post on Instagram, or do you guys use other sites like a portfolio to post your other images?
I feel like there's ways that you can post on Instagram and not have it cropped. You know, if you use borders, white backgrounds, you can see it. I mean, obviously, there's a loss of detail, and landscape photos are always gonna look better on a bigger format. But there's ways to avoid the cropping. If you use an app like InShot or Snapseed, you can add a background to it so that you get the full photo in there.
Yeah. And apart from Instagram, I use also Flickr. Flickr? Yeah, Flickr.
I might
your
hop
website.
back onto Flickr after seeing
Yeah.
how active people still are on Flickr.
Yeah, I really love. I don't know if you know this group is called Street Fight.
Yeah,
Observe
yeah.
combat.
Dante was sharing that the other day.
Yeah, it's a way also to stay updated to
Yeah, it's really
street
cool.
photography scene, no?
Yeah. So for everyone listening, it's a group on Flickr where they post photos that are similar, and then they say which one do you prefer, which one is better, like similar scenes, similar like Street Repeat on Instagram if you follow this account. And I think you, Lorenzo, you were also featured a few times, and then it says like Lorenzo CATENA versus so and so, and then they post these two pictures, and everyone can decide which one works for them. But have.
But usually you have also to add a pref. Why you have to say why.
Ah, cool.
Why you prefer one over the other?
Yeah, you should argument your choice.
Yeah,
not so much, but at least it's a way also to like on Instagram you get a lot of nice job, nice picture, no? Instead of Street Fight, you get some feedback, like also from people that you don't know, no?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes Instagram's feedback is not very robust. People typically, and I think that's a problem with Instagram, is that people usually go for what lens, what nice color. They put a fire emoji. But it sounds like a great thing to have some constructive criticism or real conversation about the composition or the content of the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because nobody talks about the content of the work on Instagram. It's all very superficial.
Yeah.
I just found this is the group, right?
Yes, this is the group.
And then you have these.
Do you mind sharing that in the Discord server? Just dropping the link so people can check it out.
Yeah, but then our video screen will be gone.
Okay, don't worry.
But I don't. I will just do it now, real quick. Go back. Yeah, I also posted on YouTube if you want to check it out. Here it is. Yeah, but it's cool because Flickr. I used to have an account, and then I wanted to come back, and somehow I wasn't able to log in again, and I couldn't restore it. So you might be able to find some very, very old pictures from my first photography years. Let's go back to photos. Is there anything else you found?
Just a curiosity. The first line of photos, there was this. If you go up.
Yeah.
The last on the first line.
Mm-hmm.
I know this place because it's in Tokyo, I think.
Ah, yeah.
And I took a picture of mine. I took a picture there. Do you have my Instagram open? I saw that you had.
Yeah.
And if you go a little bit down, scroll down. Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Go. Again. You're almost there. Here, up.
Oh, here, up. This one?
Yeah.
Nice. So this is the same wall?
I think it's the same wall, but another part. Another, and this is a really easy shot. But I think that.
But you made at least made a connection with the art and the person walking by. Yeah.
And
how come that I don't know this place?
I don't know where it is.
Secret spot.
If you can go back to the photo.
Yeah, I will go back.
I think it's the same place. Yeah, probably. I don't know. There was. I remember that I waited a lot of time to see if there were some birds coming, or also trying the connection with the sky and birds coming. Because I think that this place was really full of other opportunities, and this shot it's okay, but
yeah, once you
maybe
see a shot and you think, oh, I see potential, then you know that maybe you should go back and milk that cow.
Exactly.
I mean, the gesture is nice. It's the spreading of the legs is like good. Little color matching here with the backpack and the yellow stripes. Like the colors are nice.
Lacking a connection to the subject. It's not as a strong connection, you know, as the one that you shared with the suits matching up.
That's always the thing you see in a lot of street photography photos is when people passing by somewhere, then at first glance it might look pretty to the eyes, but then the more you look at it, the sooner you realize it's just a pretty color or just a pretty background. But is it so, like, is it really then a fleeting moment and something that makes street photography exciting, just a pretty background? I think this, not to say this just because I want to be nice to our guests, but I think Lorenzo, you know, you saw this and you knew I need someone who looks similar or some in some way can become part of this. And unfortunately, I think this is what is often lacking when you see a lot of these, you know, beautiful background street photographs.
Maybe it's not the same place, but it reminds me.
Yeah.
That's.
It looks
like a similar artist.
Have the same birds in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a guy from this voice chat. He wants to check out his photo. It was a girl with a rainbow heart on her head.
Rainbow heart on her
And we can bring him to the voice chat.
Oh yeah. Oh, probably this one.
Yep, that's the guy. You want me to bring him to voice chat?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Well, I think he's the only one he can
At
talk
least
right
we
now.
have to try it once.
Yep.
So we know how it works.
Can you hear us? Hello?
I can
Yo.
hear you.
Hello.
What's
There
on
you go,
call?
that's the artist.
So is it Carl?
Hi,
Hi.
it's me.
Oh, I remember
What's
the
up, man?
voice. It's you. It's Mr.
It is me.
Praktika, Mr. Cheap Film, Mr.
Yeah,
who made this
generally
possible
cheap.
because he helped me setting some stuff up on Discord. So you are a guest of honor.
Thank you.
Can I? Sorry, but I have to. Or can you turn off your video? Just because
sorry.
you're messing up my OBS layout.
Oh, I saw.
You're only allowed to enter via voice.
Oh.
No, but tell us about this picture and go ahead, ask away.
So yeah, this picture, it was basically, I was at my local Pride parade, and I was like, this is a prime day to like just try out street photography, because I don't do it that often. And then I was just walking, and I was just walking with the parade, and I just noticed that hard, and it was like, I have to get this. And yeah, it was just a quick snap. I just like the colors.
Are you?
Yeah, and later I tried. I tried editing it, and I had to use the out of camera JPEG because it was just better.
So are you?
So this was, you're saying?
No, go ahead,
Sorry,
Jason.
give me 1 second. No, sorry. I'm actually getting a call from another YouTuber, Ted Forbes, if you guys know. Give me 1 second.
What is this weird flex? Bring Ted on here. We want to know from the master of photography.
Yes.
Look at him talking to Ted Forbes instead of us. He should have said, sorry, Ted, I'm talking to Samuel Streetlife right now. You gotta call me back.
Exactly.
So then I will go ahead. Are you satisfied, or are you happy with this shot? Do you feel like you got it, or what's your thoughts from your perspective?
I like this shot. It is my favorite photo of all the photos I took that day, because it's just the combination of the colors plus the light. It was a very beautiful sunny day, and I generally like shooting in harsh light. The only problem is my camera doesn't like shooting wide open in harsh light. You know, but yeah, I like the way the colors worked, because you have like a lot of color in the bottom, a lot of different colors, a lot of rainbow colors, and then in the top it's more simple and just a general street. And I also took the photo with as wide open as I could open my lens, just to have like more focus on the girl's head. So I also had like 2 photos, and the other one was a little bit more on the like thirds grid, but it generally didn't work as well.
All right.
And if you look next to the traffic light, there is a fly. I don't know if you noticed.
It's a little black dot. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, it's a fly, right? That makes the shot a winner, of course.
Yeah, it was random.
No, I like the colors too. Beautiful light again. I like also the connection, the colors that are behind the rainbow colors. All the colors seems matching on the bottom. It's true. I don't see something that attracts me more than this. I noticed the heart. It's beautiful. Probably, also, I love this detail, and I'm wondering if also only the detail of the head and the heart, vertical, asking for permission, would also be a nice detailed photo to bring home. But again, the moment for you was really nice, and I'm happy. I like the colors and such, but I think that there is something missing about the moment, not the size moment, because I don't go every time for the decisive moment. But to me, there is something that doesn't makes me stay with the photo as long as I love stay with a photo that I attract to.
I want to
Yeah,
say,
I mean, you said this is your first time going out and shoot. Like you're just starting out trying street photography, right?
Yeah, like I've tried shooting on the streets before, but I'm just like in the phases of like trying to get comfortable with being like even remotely close to people.
Yeah, that's already good.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you know, there's things that like when you're out there shooting, what do you feel like is an experience or something that you can do to try to make something a little bit more dynamic? You know, our initial reaction when we go out on the streets are the observations that we have, right? And then it's like putting things together and figuring out what you're attracted to. So after you shot this and you liked the color, was there anything that you looked back on, reflected on, that you felt like you could have done to make this a stronger image?
Honestly, just take more time, because it was kind of a rush thing, because it was just like running around, like looking around, like where's the next shot? Because it was like it was a mixture of like spray and pray, and like trying to get somewhat decent shots. And this was like one of like maybe 5 images that were actually usable.
Yeah, so I think that's really important, you know, even for people who have been shooting street photography for a few years, we still take our photos home and look at it and reflect at what we could have done differently or better. So every time you take an image, you know, think about that and then try to put those practices into use the next time. You know, like shooting her top down with that heart and showing her shoulders would have been a really dynamic, beautiful look. You know, if you think about how that would be, just to see, because it looks like maybe her shoulders would be exposed, her friend's shoulders are probably exposed, or pairing this up with other colors, just anything that might be a little bit different.
So Jason wants to see more skin, basically.
Yeah, basically. I hate like skin and sunlight. It's like a beautiful recipe for a really dynamic photograph. So yeah.
That's true.
I think what Jason and Lorenzo said sums it up very nicely. I don't need to add too much to it, but I totally get what you feel about this image, because you know what, if to me it feels like they're walking by you and you just grab this moment. You probably were walking with them, but it has a little bit of this candidness of
going away.
Yeah, so it's like going away and you grab this little detail. But I can also agree with, I forgot who said it, Renzo or Jason, but maybe tilting down a little bit and then making the subject, like for now it feels kind of like a accident or like a quick snapshot. But if you already seen the heart in this person, then for now, like she is almost in the bottom half of the frame, which is not bad. The heart is like almost in the center, which was your main focus point, right? And then getting also the separation is not always easy, but I think making her more how to say, make her the hero of your shot. You know, now it's like the heart is coming. Yeah, but it's how can you make her stand out a little bit more? Because as much as she stands out with her haircut and the colors, there are probably a bunch of people who are similar dressed. It's a pride parade, right? And there are more of these details, but making her stand out more besides these other details, I think showing a little bit more of her, or maybe although it's difficult, if you lower your angle then you don't see the heart much anymore, but
also try, like you said, it was love parade, no? Probably there were also other hearts around, and maybe try to some connection or also connection not only with another art but people kissing, I don't know. So yeah, make this detail a part of a bigger picture with a connection, or going for straight and making this art the hero of the shot, not like Samuel and Jason said.
Yeah, because now you got the heart, you got the you got the subject, you got it already, so you could so to say move on to a variation of it. And like Lorenzo said, using this element, and maybe, I don't know, I'm just playing now, maybe, you know, use this as an element and try to find something else in the background that you can connect by maybe, you know, going higher and then shooting down a little bit, so that you have other elements in the frame. But that is so advanced stuff, so difficult. But this is the stuff that, you know, is almost like a cocaine rush. I don't know how to explain it. Lorenzo probably knows what I mean. It's when you see an element and you're like, oh, what can I add to it? What can I add to it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is I would say this is already very good that you were able to capture that this close, and you got it in focus and all of that. Next challenge would just be to use this as one of your elements.
Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my initial thought was also, oh, this is a pride parade, so I already knew what's going on, and I think you want the viewer to also have a little bit of not to say guesswork, but you want the viewer also to discover things. Or if I look at photographs, I like to be surprised sometimes. I don't want to look at a photo and be like, okay, I got it. What else do you got? You know? And for example, here I see the heart and I'm like, okay, I see the heart. But maybe there's a little bit more that you can also show. But all in all, I would say, yeah, you got what you wanted, which is already hard if you're starting out with street photography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It was like generally hard to like get close because I'm like always fighting myself to like get closer. But I'm working on it. I'm practicing.
Yep, you'll get there. Just know that you will. I think a lot of people think because they're uncomfortable now that they'll never get comfortable.
Mhm.
Everybody that's ever started out, it's very rare that someone picks up a camera and is completely comfortable getting close and approaching subjects. You'll get there. You just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And thank you for the tips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for hopping by and tell the other guys in the voice chat or the chat. They should.
We got a couple more if you like, if you guys have more time.
Yeah, we are right around the end of the stream,
2-hour mark.
let's do one more maybe. I think we can do one more.
fine.
Okay. Let me see. From this fellow.
It's like kind of like a radio show where people can call in.
Howard Stern, baby.
Yeah.
Somebody get naked.
And this is also an experiment for us, to see how this works.
I dig it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I'm
talking
definitely
to
still
this-
struggling shooting the candid photos too.
What's up, man?
I said I'm definitely struggling to take candid photos of people. I've been going out in Chicago. I live in Chicago.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when I try to take a picture of a person, I'm like hesitant,
Mm.
There's something stopping me from shooting them. And I
I
can't pass the barrier yet. Like I'm too shy or something.
Mm.
It's like stopping me.
Well, you need to practice.
Yep,
This is something I tell my brother too. Very easy when you're first starting out trying to shoot people and it feels uncomfortable. Go for easier subjects, right? So take your time, photograph street performers, find people dressed really exuberant and flashy because they're never going to say no to a portrait. Look for easier targets. Don't go for people that you think. It'll only make you feel more self-conscious if you're told by people that look like they're going to say no to you. Go for people that look like they want their photos taken. And then that's how you start to get more comfortable approaching people. And eventually you'll feel comfortable walking up to anybody.
Yeah, I've been shooting them from the distance. If Sammy can pull up my picture, the latest that I did. This the
What
pretty
lens are
much
you using?
No, wait, which one?
I'm using
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm not sharing
the one
it.
from my submission.
Oops.
I'm using 16 to 80 millimeter 4-point f-stop.
That's a
f4.
hard question. I'm not that. I can't guess zoom lenses. I
It
can
was-
get guess prime lenses, but not zoom.
It's
No, I'm curious what
kit
lens
lens.
he's using. Yeah, because I
Yep.
feel like if you give yourself the option to not get close, you're going to take that option, right? So the first thing I would tell you to do is not use a zoom lens, because it's going to make you, you know, you have an option to just shoot from a distance, and you're probably just going to do that, you know.
Did you want me to pull
It was
Pull out the image?
next to the image that you guys, there was two kids dragging each other on a beach. Mine's the right side, I believe.
Oh yeah, here,
Second row
yeah.
up.
So I see it. Oh, gee, man.
I've been
This
trying
one,
to
right?
shoot a lot of silhouettes in black and white. Yep.
Mhm.
You know what I see here?
Mhm.
A lot, a strong connection between the boat and the skyscraper, the white skyscraper. Like, I think that the shot could be simpler. Maybe I wouldn't notice even myself in the camera, but I think there is a strong connection with the vertical of the skyscraper, that it's really highlighted, and the boat, the vertical of the boat. It could be, yeah. I think there is an opportunity here to take also shot
So like
without
framing the boat and the white
the
skyscraper
connection
together.
Yeah, I know that you were searching for the silhouettes, like you said, no? But my eye was immediately captured by the connection between these two verticals. A simple frame with only these two elements speaking to each other will probably be the shot that I would took. But then,
So when I was taking this photo, I noticed the guy was looking at the boat for too long, and he keeps staring. That's why I took a photo of him looking at the boat.
Yeah.
I mean, those are elements that are hard to convey in the photograph, though. You know, I feel if you know, there's certain elements that if you can't explain your photograph to everyone that sees it, you know, we need to see it and kind of get it. So that's something you have to keep in mind. And somebody once said that to me: if you have to say "if" when you're explaining your photograph, if you look at it this way, if you think about it this way, it becomes a little bit difficult. There has to be some visual elements that are immediately intriguing, that keep people, arrest your attention, and you stay with it just a little bit longer.
Gotcha.
I will also try to probably include the side of the face of the person instead of only the back, and try to not making it overlapping with the landscape, so to give the guy his own space and give the skyscrapers line their space, including a kind of also emotion of that probably the side of the face of the guy would give to the photo.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit closer.
Well, is there any tips you could possibly give about getting closer to subjects? Have you ever felt uncomfortable photographing somebody? Because I guess what you're saying is that, you know, the distance here is because you don't feel comfortable getting closer.
Exactly. So maybe the most useful tip that I can give, it's when you have a camera, you can be photographing everything. And I think that C side means that you can be attracted to so many things, and for this reason, you can also pretend to be photographing different things and not the subject that you are getting close. So you pretend to shoot at the skyscrapers, I don't know, at the water, something in the water, but in reality you are getting closer to the subject and taking the picture of the subject like you wanted. and of course, if you can always say like, this is a zoom lens, I'm not photographing you, or the guy is thinking already that you probably are photographing something else. And there is always an excuse that you can bring up, I think, especially in these cases that there is no problem, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, if you stand up here, then already the silhouette would be in front of a cleaner background, because then the scrapers would be above him, right?
Yeah.
So that would
Or
already
if you
make
put
it
the camera
cleaner.
lower, you could have put them above the buildings.
All that.
Exactly.
Matching the lines.
Yeah. Because now you
How
Well,
many?
if the camera's lower, the subject goes up. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many shots did you take of this scene?
I have multiple different angles. So I own 2 cameras. The other one I use the Fuji X100V. This, I think that's a good camera, right, for candid shots. But for this one, I've been trying to shoot for long distance, and this is the result I got.
Yeah, you probably have to, like, it seems to me that this could be our first approach to the scene, and then I would get closer in some way, like pretending to photographing something else, and such. So, and then something came up, and then maybe you get close and you see some other stuff. Or maybe you get close and you realize that it's not a nice
composition.
A nice composition. You work the composition, or even you understand that this shot, while you are photographing, you understand, oh, this is not enough, and you see something else, and you go towards something else, and it's a process. It's kind of you start shooting a scene, but then you find yourself in another scene. So my suggestion is also not to shoot a lot, to stay in the zone. Why once you start shooting, keep at it.
Then you also
I would say about people again. Yeah. Allow people. It's very easy to kind of make up in your mind the way people are going to respond to you taking a photo of them. That's something that you kind of got to get rid of. You have to allow people to respond to you. You can't just assume people are going to be upset, because the reality is that I've been doing this for a while now. I have never gotten into a fight taking photos of anyone. It has just never happened. And before, when I used to be afraid to approach people, I assumed everybody's going to want to fight me. It's just not what's happening. That's just not the reality. So don't just assume, and allow people to show themselves to you. You know what I mean? Approach with good energy, and you'll get used to it. You'll be surprised how many people actually are flattered that you took their photo.
Yes.
Don't overthink it, I guess.
And most of the time,
What's
people
that?
are also more scared of you.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't overthinking it.
Gotcha.
Also, be very impulsive. Be very, very impulsive. Yes, because if you walk by and then you go to turn around again, you're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? Even now, sometimes if I see something and I walk past it, then I go back, it's too late. You just got to go for it immediately the moment it strikes you.
And once you miss it, it's even harder to go back and try again.
Yeah. Your ego starts to minimize. It goes from here, and then it gets smaller and smaller. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Was there someone waiting? Because I think we have to wrap it up. Unfortunately, it's getting a little bit too late.
I have to call.
I believe there's 3 or 4 guys waiting, but if you guys have to go, I think we did a good job.
Should we do one more, like rapid fire style?
Sure, they can come and ask a question. I think that's fine, right?
Okay, the one guy in the voice chat, please, you wanna unmute yourself? If you're ready to speak.
Speak.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
He's not speaking.
This is fun. It's like a call show. It is like
Yeah.
a radio show.
We got another person here. Rashid, can you speak? Hello?
Oh, Rashik.
Sheik is muted.
Chic.
Everybody's muted.
He has a mute symbol on him. There it is. Nope.
Hello?
Hello.
Yo,
There you
yo.
go.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, so I had a question to you guys. Like, what determines a scene that you're gonna like? What determines your decision to take the photo in color or in black and white?
So what was the question? What makes us decide for color or black and white?
Yep.
Yeah, like when you approach your scene, like what actually goes into your mind? Like this scene should work in color or in black and white. Like actually, if you see my submission, like I took it like I'm doing a little experiment in time. Like I post lots of my photos in black and white because I don't really get or make good photos in color. So like this past summer, I was trying more to take more photos in color. So that's why I've been experimenting with what actually makes a scene. Like that's why I asked you guys, like what makes you guys take a photo in black and white or in color?
Is this your photograph? Is this Rashik's photograph?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think most people would agree that it depends on the scene, right? If color is important to the scene, then the scene has to be in color. If the color is a strong component of the image and it's the point of the image, then it should be in color. There's some photographs that you take where, you know, for a long time I used to shoot my cameras only in black and white because you can read light a little bit better. You know, you can see the contrast of the moment, especially if you're trying to learn how to recognize light. That's a really good way to do that, by shooting in black and white. But there's some moments that just need to be in color, you know. If the photo is very busy because colors are just, sometimes it helps to turn it in black and white. But you should really get into the mindset of going out with the intention of shooting color or shooting black and white. I think if you're deciding whether or not to change it to color or black and white in post, then it kind of defeats the purpose of each medium. You know, intentional color is very obvious and intentional black and whites are very obvious when they're done well.
Yeah.
It's a very
I actually
specific
follow that very truly to my heart, because when I go out, when I shoot in color, I only shoot in JPEGs so that I could not change them. And in terms of color, I often shoot them in RAW.
Well, then you should give yourself practices. If you feel like this is something that you struggle with, it'd be probably really good for you to go outside, look at some incredible photographers that only shoot in black and white, or they're known for the black and white photography, and go out and try to emulate or create photos that the contrast really speaks for the photograph. Or some, you know, go out and just photograph red for a while, and then you'll start to understand why or how you could implement that into your work, so you're not deciding that in post.
Yes, and this photo is like it's a part of the bunch of sets that I've been taking recently, and the purpose of these photographs is like I'm capturing different shades of red, like everywhere in day-to-day life and everything. I'm taking all my pictures and I'm seeing the reds and I'm putting them together in a set.
Yeah, I think the color in this is like, there's something I really enjoy about the green, that pink kind of tank sitting there, and the blue jeans with the red. There's a nice element there that I felt like if you just focus on those moments, that's really good too. So you do kind of have an understanding of when color is important and when it's not.
I also, I'm not the right person to ask if.
Do you ever shoot in black and white?
I think I have one photo in black and white. Basically, mostly I think it depends on the quality of light that, I don't know, it brings me to shot in black and white, and mostly interiors. But that's me. I basically, if there is something I can choose, if something I can be more not like I shoot in color. It's easier for me. Like I less decision to make. But going back to the photo, I like the green and the red and the blue. Green and red I think they are also complementary color. They're working really well together. But I also love the pose of the guy, and my approach would be to use the guy as a first element of the picture. Okay, like I will go closer to him and using his his position to work the scene. This is a strong first element to include. Someone resting, someone that is leaning on something. It's something that makes me start to take in consideration a scene also. It's a good starting point. And then I see if I can play with it and adding some connection. So I think in this scene, the colors are right. You have, I think, a good starting point. The guy that is leaning on something. You could have started to work the scene and getting closer to the guy and see if there was some connection with the background. Maybe there is a highlight background and you can connect him with a silhouette, maybe, no? Just if you connect the pose of the guy and something in the background, you create a connection. And you had connection with color, connection with the layers, because you include the guy in the light and another person in the shadow, and you create these two layers. I would work more the scene in this case.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have anything to add because Jason summed it up brilliant. How to say, wonderfully, because in general, black and white is, you look for shadows and shapes and contrast, but with colors, you obviously look for the mood of the colors and of yeah, its colors are different in black and white. And I think the more you, especially in the beginning, I think it can be overwhelming deciding which one to shoot, and then you shoot both. And it can help if you stick to color for a while or stick to black and white for a while to really develop your eye for one or the other, and then you know what to shoot, basically.
Yeah, if it can help, you can always try the Joel Meyerowitz approach, when you try two camera with two, one in color, one in black and white, took the same photo of the same scene, and then understood why he preferred colors, or why in some cases the color worked and the black white not. And we are more lucky now because we can do it in digitally, and so be able to study our own work also, and to be with our photo longer, and to understand the way we shoot and the way we want to shoot is also something that we have to do as photographers.
Okay, thank you so much. That's really helpful.
Cool.
Thanks
for
Appreciate it.
for the question. Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. We are past 2 hours now. Yeah, I think this was fun, trying out something new.
Yeah, I dig it. Maybe this is what we do with some of the photos. I like that. I think we've been talking about it for years.
Right. Yeah. We need to figure out how to implement this in a more efficient way. Maybe skip the first feedback rounds and go straight into submission.
Well, you know what? This would incentivize people to be here for the live stream. If instead of just looking at all the photos, we pick 10 and we say, we're going to pick these 10. You should be here because we're going to call on you to come into the chat. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
It's good. Yeah, it's
It'll be
good.
fun.
Okay.
Okay, well, that was super fun. Lorenzo, thank you for gracing us with your presence and your talent.
Thank you guys.
And
a
congratulations
pleasure.
again for the 3rd place. Where
Thank
did
you.
Can I see the results somewhere? I just googled it, and they are not posting it on the website.
No,
There was a live stream.
They made a live stream, yes.
Oh, but it's not on the channel anymore, right?
It's still there.
on the YouTube.
Yeah, but I think it's not on it anymore. I don't know. Maybe it is. So let me see. I want to give you a proper plug. So yeah, everyone, go check out Lorenzo on. I'm sharing his Instagram right now, but he's also active on Flickr. Here you can screenshot it or type it in your phone right now. Slide into his DMs. And yeah, your book, when is it coming out?
I think.
I mean, pre-order. The pre-order is already starting. Yeah.
Yeah, it started. I think it's coming out in the second half of September.
Nice. Yeah,
And also we are planning to make we are planning. There is a show in Rome, exhibition in Rome.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, check it out, guys. I will post a link, or go to his Instagram. There's a link. And then I'm sure everyone can find you on Flickr under your name, yeah?
Yes, same name.
Cool. Anything else you want to say? You want to mention?
No, I really enjoy this chat with you, and to go through the submission of people. I don't know. It was really a pleasure to meet you in person.
Me too, man. One day I will definitely visit you in Rome.
Yes.
One day.
It would be a pleasure to meet you. And also, Jason, was a pleasure to know you. And I will come to visit you in New York as soon as I can.
Yeah, please do, man. Please do.
You are still close, no? It's still not possible to us to come to you, but you can come to us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, I will be traveling. I'm supposed to go. Well, we'll see. I'm going to Morocco this month and London this month. I should have put Italy on the mix, but that, who knows? Maybe I'll plan something.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
if you... Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic. It was a pleasure, man.
Also for me. Thank you a lot.
Yeah, thanks for your time. Jason, any updates from you? Anything you want to plug, announce?
No, nothing in particular. Just in the streets, trying to get comfortable again, and trying to post as much as possible. Trying to mimic Samuel's YouTubing style. It's very difficult, man. Like I honestly like trying to make YouTubes on the regular and street stuff with my brother a little bit more. It's nice to have somebody there to bounce ideas off of and like chat with when I'm shooting in the streets. For the most part, it's just me by myself, but it's been good. So I'm just trying to get back into the YouTube space and
definitely continue the roaming with the Romans.
I know that name seems to be sticking, but I don't know if I can.
It's like a TV
Maybe
show.
That's what I'll call it.
Yeah,
roaming with the Romans, where I just make fun of my brother for very, he says, while we photograph.
No, it's cool. It reminds me so much of how it is when I go out shooting with my brother, who also shoots some streets now. And yeah, it's cool. I enjoy watching you guys shoot.
Thank you, appreciate it. But,
cool.
But yeah, I'll be posting more about this stuff that I shot recently, music video, the movie. I'm shooting another project with Ralph. That's why Ted Forbes is calling me. We're working on some stuff together. And he just bought a new camera, so he was calling me to talk about his new camera. So cool stuff coming up.
Nice. Maybe hit him up and
Arrivederci.
plant the idea in his head to maybe someday come to this, come to us as a guest. That would be cool.
Oh, dude, he would definitely do it.
Yeah.
He'd do it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Okay.
absolutely. You know what's funny? This is actually a funny story. So he's shooting a project on Ralph, and Ralph asked him to get me involved to do the video work of Ralph Gibson. And I guess so he was supposed to reach out to me. So Ralph gave him my phone number, and he hadn't reached out to me. It bit like a week had passed. And then all of a sudden I get a call when me and Chucky are out photographing one day, and it says Theodore Forbes on my phone. I'm like, oh my God, it's Ted Forbes. It's so random. And he's like, hey man, so I'm sitting here watching YouTube right now. And he's like, I love Leica cameras, and I'm watching Stock Easy. And it just dawned on me that Stock Easy is Jason, and that's the person I'm supposed to call. So he was like randomly watching my YouTube videos.
Oh,
And
nice.
was like, okay, let me call this guy, because he I said Jason or something in it, and he was like, holy crap, that's the guy I'm supposed to call. So yeah, and now
Cool.
we just chat casually about Leica gear.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, thanks to you as well, Jason, for all the time for your participation.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. Oh, we totally forgot. We need a new theme. Yeah,
Oh, I know. We're
need a
so
new
rusty.
theme. Yeah, we are so rusty. So,
Well, oh,
as
I got
always-
it. In honor of Lorenzo being here, I have an
Yeah.
idea.
you have an idea.
How
I was
about
offering him to have an idea first, but okay, go
but
ahead.
I feel like it should be from his style, and I think one of the things that's so amazing about the way that he shoots is that there's intimacy, there's a closeness, and I feel like getting close should be the theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
How do we call
Yeah.
this theme then?
Approve. Approve.
Yeah.
Approve. Get close. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
So should it be just get close?
Get close.
Close and intimate.
Yeah, getting close or edge of frame. I think edge of frame or getting close. One of the two.
Okay.
Two elements that are very stark in Lorenzo's work. I really enjoy that stuff, and it makes you think about different way of composing an image to make it more interesting. So I think those two would be great. Oh, everybody seems to like it in the chat. So
All right. But what about a name?
there's
we
a
have to find
watermelon
name.
thing going on here.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah,
let's find
Probably
a
was
name real quick.
watermelon was-
Give me an idea.
Oh
for
yeah,
a name,
and
because I have
don't
to
get
post.
close with the 75 millimeter. Get close with the 28 or a 35. Don't go outside with a 200 millimeter lens.
Let's say like
I'll definitely do it.
normal range, like 50 maybe, or is 50 too close? Too far.
I would say 28, 35. But if you don't have that, use your 50.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Get close. Yeah. Nice.
Get close.
So yeah, if you're new
Boom.
here, we have a new theme right now. We didn't ask the audience this time, but yeah, let us decide for a change. It's not that we haven't decided.
Get close. ...
things like
Two
sepia.
people.
Oh,
Oh, you would have loved that one, Lorenzo. We did a sepia.
someone says intense
What is it
Lorenzo.
called? Sepia. Yes.
The theme should be called intense Lorenzo. Okay, so yeah, you will find out about the new theme, and the submissions will be open once I update my website, where you can also find more infos and details about when the next stream is going to be and all the rules that we forgot to read out today, but it's okay. It's the summer. So yeah, the link to my website is in the video description. Under all my videos, you will find the direct link to the Street Critique page, and there you will find updates. In the next few days, you will see an update, but basically, go out, take a photo, a close-up, and upload it. One photo, not more than one. And you need to take it from today between until the next stream. So now it's the end of August, so let's say end of September. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out. And thank you to everyone on Discord who was waiting. And sorry for not bringing you on the show if you've been waiting. Maybe next time. Check out our Discord server. Also, link to the invite for our server in the description. And we also have a feedback room on our Discord server. So if you like these kind of sessions, we do this sometimes on Discord in the voice chat as well. So if you want more interactions with the community, this is where you find them. All right. Okay, I'm done. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lorenzo, again. And looking forward to see
you guys.